On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages, whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password. To WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else, not even us. WhatsApp, message privately.
Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Melissa Bauknight. Melissa Bauknight is a multi-passionate entrepreneur, adventurer, mother, wife, and a business and life coach. As a collegiate athlete, she graduated magna cum laude with a BA in finance and has since earned an applicable PhD in life. She garnered over 15 years of sales and business development experience in the corporate world, working across 6 states and consistently performing in the top 10% of her peers. Having checked many boxes on her life goals list, traveling the world, achieving corporate success, marrying a loving husband, and starting a family, she felt anxious and incomplete. She knew there were untapped parts of her soul longing to be unleashed. Melissa chose to boldly follow that inner knowledge, leaving her corporate career, and went on to be in the top 1% of social impact direct sales company, build a coaching business at the Ripple Connection, and coach over 1,000 women in sales, mindset, and life alignment. Well, good afternoon, Melissa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet, Melissa. The thing I always say at the beginning of a podcast is a new guest, a new podcast. And again, a great way to start out the day. This is what truly is my passion, is talking to new people every single day and getting to interview them. So thank you. So Melissa, let's jump right into the questions here. You've got quite the career in sales. You were a top sales producer, business coach. Now you're the founder of the Ripple Connection. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Yeah, absolutely. I look at my career growth and it's kind of twofold of the secret, if you will. There is an internal component to it and an external component to it. So when I speak about the internal component, it's this commitment to excellence from the inside out, which started at a very young age. And really, it's founded in a belief in myself that I feel worthy of success and worthy of aiming high, and that I believe in my ability to execute on that. And the external component is my relationships with other people. So similar to what you just spoke about in getting to speak to new people every day, being a sales rep had me really rely on relationships. So my entire career, my success was dependent upon how well I cared about other people, how well I got to know them, how well we could link arms together and co-create solutions for one another. And so when I look at what inspires me, it's those relationships with other people and all of the friends that I've made along the way and the lives that I continue to get to impact through my coaching business, as well as this internal exploration and this internal liberation that I have been on along the way as well, to really understand myself, to understand what motivates me, what motivates humanity, if you will. And so now I really love to use my own liberation as a tool to guide other individuals into liberating themselves so that they can go on to achieve that level of life success.
I love it. It's that human connection. I don't know if that's the entrepreneur in you, the sales person in you, but I just love it that, again, at the core of it, it's those relationships, human beings at the best. So thank you. Melissa, tell us more about your strategy to help businesses grow and scale.
So I do a lot of leadership training, and I predominantly work with women. And so what I do is I help them really reconnect in with themselves. So if they have a big vision for their business, we start with what's going on inside of themselves. We start with, what kind of leader do they want to become, and help them become that individual so that they can take their businesses and their lives to that next level. So some of the things that we do is working on.
Stripe is the go-to choice for AI companies, from early-stage startups to scaled enterprises. 78% of the leading AI companies use Stripe to go to market quickly and scale globally. That includes pioneers like NVIDIA, OpenAI, and Perplexity. Stripe has developed cutting-edge tools to improve everything from fraud detection to checkout optimization. Whether you're aiming for incremental gains or planning for enterprise transformation, see how Stripe can help at stripe.com.
Looking at the actions that they're taking, for example. So it's easy to be busy and to do all of the things and to get yourself into a burnout cycle, especially as an ambitious entrepreneur. And so what we look at is, why are they taking actions? Kind of what is the intention underneath the action? What is the vision that they're working towards? And I bring a lot of awareness to their thoughts and their beliefs, kind of their core belief system. And we rewire their nervous system, essentially. So we look at, okay, who do you want to become? What thoughts, beliefs, and actions will support that individual so that you can create and support that organization that you desire to have in the future? And so by honoring themselves, by knowing themselves deeply, and by prioritizing their own well-being, they can be that leader to take these incredibly impact-driven organizations to the next level.
Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. And the way you take the time to care and nurture your clients to help them be more successful is truly shows the kind of person you are. So thank you again for sharing. And Melissa, are you leveraging any new or emerging technologies within your business? And if not, maybe you found a cool tool or app that has really been useful for you.
Yeah, so I like to look at, there's a lot of different tools that we can use in our businesses. And in fact, I think it's one of the ways that entrepreneurs can get really bogged down, especially when you're starting out. So I love tools that help simplify and streamline businesses. So I don't really use any emerging technologies per se, but I love the two tools that I really love are a project management system called Asana. And it seems as though I've tried a lot of project management systems over the years, and I find this one to be incredibly useful for streamlining communication among the team and for running. I actually do run a second business as well. And so to keep track of two businesses as well as my own personal life, I put every single task in Asana so that nothing falls through the cracks and we can really manage things efficiently and meet our deadlines. And then a simple tool is Calendly. So having a scheduling tool that allows you to streamline that process. I'm always looking at where are the inefficiencies in my business and in other businesses. And one of the very simple ways that I think we can be inefficient is in scheduling. And so having a tool where you can effectively set different types of appointments, where you can take payments, where you can have all of the necessary paperwork completed or questions completed prior to a conversation or to a meeting really helps make your business more efficient. So those are two tools that I really love using in my business and helping others implement as well.
Thank you. Those are two very popular tools, and we've seen just really those two platforms explode over the last couple of years. And I think part of it was ways we had to innovate during the pandemic. So thank you for sharing that. And Melissa, last question. Can you share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those looking to grow the career in either sales or entrepreneurship?
I believe that we are the things that get in our way. And what I mean by that is most of the challenges that I feel like I've faced in growing my businesses over the years were internal. So it was an internal dialogue that I have learned to adjust along the way.
Stripe is the go-to choice for AI companies, from early-stage startups to scaled enterprises. 78% of the leading AI companies use Stripe to go to market quickly and scale globally. That includes pioneers like NVIDIA, OpenAI, and Perplexity. Stripe has developed cutting-edge tools to improve everything from fraud detection to checkout optimization. Whether you're aiming for incremental gains or planning for enterprise transformation, see how Stripe can help at stripe.com.
A lot of times as an entrepreneur or as a sales rep, and honestly, sales reps are often entrepreneurial because they're responsible for their own territory management. There's this dialogue of I should be, I should be further along. I should be doing this. I should be doing this differently. And we can get caught up in the shoulds. And I believe entrepreneurship is as much of a personal growth journey as anything else. And so I think working on the way you speak to yourself is one of the most important things you can do in business, and really honoring the way that you want to do business. So in my career, what I found is the more I honored what felt good to me as a leader, the more successful I was. The less I tried to conform to how everybody else was doing business, the better off I was, the more authentic relationships that I was able to develop. So if you can honor yourself and really manage and bring awareness to the thoughts that you're having along the way, you will have a much smoother ride on your entrepreneurial journey.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. And again, these are the little nuggets or gems, as I would say, that people certainly look for in these podcasts. So thank you so much, Melissa. And Melissa, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thanks so much, Brian.
Bye for now.
Bye.
10 years from today, Lisa Schneider will trade in her office job to become the leader of a pack of dogs. As the owner of her own dog rescue, that is. A second act made possible by the reskilling courses Lisa's taking now with AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. And she can finally run with the big dogs. And the small dogs, who just think they're big dogs. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Learn more at aarp.org/skills.